Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you want to see this look, how I created it, I am doing a full BoxyCharm try-on for the January 2018 box. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So in this box we have the Dr. Brandt primer, the It Cosmetics brow power brow pencil, pure, I don't know how to say it, bronze and highlighter, Glam Metals palette, a Galactic liquid lipstick in the shade Posh, I believe. So I've already moisturized my face, got it ready. I'm gonna try out the Dr. Brandt primer right now. I haven't used this yet, I haven't played with it. I've heard mixed reviews about this. Some say that it doesn't cover your pores at all. Some people say that it does, and it looks good after you apply foundation. So let's put it to the test. Just apply that much. It's kind of thick. I'm not seeing a lot of luminizing, but I'm going to really emphasize around my T-zone because I get really oily there. I have combination skin as well, so just keep that in mind. I don't know. It feels nice. A little luminizing. But we'll have to put the foundation to the test. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion foundation. I love this foundation. It is so good. It's full coverage and easy to apply. And I have the shade Macadamia, I believe. So I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge to apply the foundation. And I just kind of dot it all over my face. And this foundation does not dry down quickly, so you don't have to worry about that. I have a little acne right here. It's annoying. Alright, now that's applied. Foundation is done. I have to say, with the primer, it looks pretty good. Not gonna lie. You can see that. I actually like this primer. It's looking pretty good with the foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows right now. Usually I move on to concealer, but I think I want to do that after I put on eyeshadow as well. Do something a little different today. So this is the Brow Power by It Cosmetics that looks like this. And on one end you have your spoolie. Try it out. You can't complain about the spoolie. A spoolie is a spoolie. Did its job. Now for the real test. This is the brow pencil. I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand. Oh, you really have to press hard. I think this says that depending on how hard you press this brow pencil, it'll change colors. So if you want a darker shade, you have to really press into your brows. If you want a lighter shade, go lightly. So I don't know if you can see that. It's right there. If I go a little harder, it comes out like this. So light and dark. So I'm just gonna do my brows real quick. I usually go very lightly on my brows. I don't like heavy looking brows, like the cartoon look that everyone's into right now. I call them cartoon brows. There we go. My brows are pretty thick as is, so I don't really have to do too much to them. Now we're going to move on to eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow primer, we're going to be using another Laura Mercier product. This is called, or it's in the shade Wheat Base Pour Eye Basics. I actually got this in a Sephora Play box last month in December, and I really love this product. This is what it looks like. Just gonna apply it. You don't really have to go heavy-handed with this. So just apply a little bit, and I personally just use my fingers to blend it out. So we're going to use the eyeshadow palette. It looks like this. You saw it before. And when you take it out of the box, you open it. It comes with a little slip. Take that out. This is the palette with a little nice mirror that looks like a guitar. And I have played around with this palette a little bit so far. I am going to say that the color Black Metal right here, it's not a true black. It's more like a grayish blue when it's blended out. I'm going to show you, swatch it in the back of my hand. And it's not like heavily pigmented. There it is. I don't think it's a bad thing. I personally don't like heavy-handed blacks all the time. So to have a black that's not super pigmented, it's kind of grayish, it's not necessarily a bad thing. But if you're looking for a really deep, dark black, this is not it. My favorite shade in this palette, though, is Rebel. This gold guy right here. It is so nicely pigmented. I think it's the nicest pigmented one. It's the creamiest shadow out of all of them. Let me show you. So that's just one swipe. Put it back in my hand. See that? It's really nice. Heavy Metal and Punk. They're not super pigmented. They're very light shadows. Rock On itself, that one's nice too. I think the gold shades in this palette really do a nice job. So that is, which one was that again? Rock On. And let's try the Wicked. It's on the bottom right there. And then we have, I'm going to try and I'm going to swatch you Heavy Metal. Let's see what, this is my other hand. It's not really coming out. Oh, here we go. It's nice. I like it. And then Punk is, and these are not very powdery. They don't have a lot of fallout. And that's on the top. It's kind of lighter. Let's see if I can try to swatch it a little more. So that's the second layer. Still, it's pretty light. So there's not a lot of transition shades in this palette. Most of them are shimmer except for Black Metal. And we're going to use as many colors as I possibly can. First, I need a light transition shade. And I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm going to go in with the shade Golden Ochre. It's this one right here. And I'm just going to put that as a transition shade. Then I'm going to go in with Warm Taupe right here. Taupe, I don't know. And just focusing mostly on the outer edge more and going up to the middle of the eye. Same thing on the other side. Okay. We're done with that palette. Let's go to Glam Metals. I'm going to take the shade Black Metal and I'm going to focus it on the outer edge of my eye using a pointier brush. I already have the pigment on the brush and we're going to go in. taking that same blending brush I used before, we're just going to go back and forth and smooth it out. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to use my favorite color in the palette, Rebel. Ooh, it's really pigmented. I really like it. I'm going to leave the inner corner a little bare because I want to put in another color from the palette in there, just to try to get more, maximize as many colors as possible. Going back in with the first blending brush that I had and just to kind of smooth everything out. We're going to go in with the color Pop Rock and just apply that on the outer edge of the eye. Just blending that out a little bit more. I think this is a very like soft look. What do you guys think? Not too, you know, out there. Not too crazy. And I'm going to do my bottom eyeshadow later when I apply concealer. But right now, I'm going to do some liner. I'm going to be using the Essence eyeliner pen, extra long wear. I love this eyeliner. It's drugstore. I think it's only like $5 and it does a pretty good job. Eyeliner is on. Now I'll do mascara and bottom eyeshadow later. Let's move on to concealer. I'm going to be using this one. I don't know how to say this brand. You guys see that? I don't know. And this is their concealer, Touch Eclat Radiant Concealer. Wow, I'm really butchering these names. I'm so sorry. Apply some. Girl, I need concealer today. Using a brush to blend it out. We're going to set it with Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder there. It comes with a little sponge, but I like using a brush. Any excess on my face. You know, I should really conceal this guy right here. Yeah, let me do that. Come back over here, concealer. Your job is not done. All right, let's move on to bronzer, highlighter, and blush. This, you guys, I've been playing around with it. I put it on my eye as an eye look when I first got it, and I will say that it is very pigmented. And let me just show you one swatch, okay? I'm not even kidding. I want to show you the bronzer. One. Do you see that? That's crazy pigmented. I'm a little scared to use this as a bronzer. I haven't used it as a bronzer yet. But like I said, I did use it as eyeshadow. And I actually kind of like it as eyeshadow, believe it or not. And I'm going to actually put this little guy right here that I put on my finger on my eyes just to make it pop a little more. I know I said I was doing a subtle look, but I changed my mind. Just so you guys can see. See that? It's coming out through. It's making it pop a little bit more. And I'm all for that. Same thing on the other side. Yeah. Let me take a brush and just kind of smooth this over. So yeah, as eyeshadow, I definitely think it's great. It doesn't apply well with a brush, probably because it's meant to be a bronzer. Everyone applies bronzer with a brush. It's kind of weird how it changes whenever you use a brush. It doesn't apply as strongly. And I'm going to take this shade right here. I'm going to take this shade and put it in my inner corner. Wow. See that? It's pretty nice. This eye. Yeah. All right, let's apply this bronzer and hopefully it's not too crazy. And I used the wrong brush. Okay, whew. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Blend. Blend, please. I don't know. I'm trying to go really light-handed. I don't really like shimmery bronzers. I think it looks pretty good on my face, but I will say it is shimmery. No matter how light-handed I went, there's still some glow in there. So this may be good for like a night out, partying, but as far as the subtle look goes, I don't think so. Let's try to blend this out a little bit more. I don't know if I would reach for this bronzer on a daily basis. I don't know. Let's move on to blush. I'm going to be using this pink shade. Go very lightly. Subtle. It's nice. I don't want to put too much. My face is glowing as is. We'll be using the highlight shade right now. And I'm going to be using a fan brush to apply it. Put it on. It's not bad. It's not like the most glowy highlight that I've ever seen. Maybe because of the way this brush applies it. If we applied it with our beauty sponge, let's see how it applies. Oh, yeah. It gets a lot more glowy when you use something damp, like a sponge. Nice. I'm going to go back to this palette right here, and I'm going to do the bottom of my eyes. So I'm going to go in with the Wicked, this guy right here. I'm going to put that on the outer edge. I think I put a little too much. Ooh, this is pigmented. I'm going to go in with a little small brush and I'm going to apply Punk. Moving on to mascara, I'm going to be using last month's BoxyCharm product, the Tartiest mascara. I really love this mascara. It doesn't really flake. It doesn't smudge or smear over time. It's really long wearing, and the only downside I would say it's kind of hard to take off. So make sure you have a really good makeup remover, obviously. We're going to go to town. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to set my face with a powder. Let's see if I can get around all this shimmer I have on my face. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in this shade, Light Medium. Alright, now for possibly my favorite product in this box is the Galactic Lipstick Matte Lip Paint. And this liquid lipstick is a dream. It's not dry. It's very smooth, easy to apply. and it lasts a really long time, and I love it. I was kind of hoping I got the lip plumper that they had in the other variation box, because I don't really have a lip plumper and I was curious, but I'm actually really happy I got this now. I love the shade. Just overall a good liquid lipstick. I believe that this look is complete. I don't know about how this lipstick goes with this eye look. I don't know if it really matches. What do you guys think? I think I need to use more subtle lip color, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to use all the BoxyCharm products, and I tried using as many shadows as I possibly could from the Glam Metals palette. Let me actually set my face. Can't forget, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. This is a charm. It's the best. Alright, you guys, this makeup look is complete. Tell me what you guys think. I personally love this month's BoxyCharm. I think my favorite product is the liquid lipstick. It's very hydrating, smoothing. The primer, I will say, is really good too. It's not very luminizing, maybe because I'm using a full coverage foundation, so it kind of gets lost in the mix with that. But definitely it is good. It doesn't really cover pores initially. Until you put your foundation on, it looks really good. The brow product, I really like this too, you guys. I mean, my brows look pretty good, but then again, I don't really use a lot of brow products in my eyebrows. Sometimes I don't even put anything in my brows. I just kind of comb it and go on my way. I'm just, you know, I have a lot of hair in my brows. Depending on how hard you press on this brow product, you will get a lot of coverage or you'll get light coverage. The eyeshadow palette, I really like this, you know. Some colors are misses, some are hits. I won't say misses actually. It's not as full coverage. So if you're really looking for that super high glow eyeshadow, some of these colors don't really deliver that. Maybe if you wet your brush and apply it, it'll apply it better. I like the black. I do. Not everyone's going to be a fan of the grayish black look, but with that being said, with this, I feel like, you know, especially if you're a beginner, you don't want to go too heavy-handed, have that really smoky eye look, the black smoky eye look, then this black is actually really nice. It gives you room, leeway for errors, so to speak. And I put the Wicked on my bottom lid, and it is very pigmented, so be careful with that. I put a little too much, so I kind of had to go back in with concealer off camera and kind of diffuse the situation. And I really like the color Rebel. Like I said, that's my favorite color. The Pure Cosmetics Bronze and Brighten cheek palette, I like it. Bronzer, not really a fan of for bronzing because I'm not into that glowy bronzing look. It's a little too shimmery for me. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but in person you can see like the little specks of like glitter in there. Using it on a brush definitely diffuses the pigment, because when I swatched it with my finger, it was very heavily pigmented. The highlighter, I really like the highlighter. When I applied it with a damp beauty blender, it definitely gave more of a glow compared to just using a regular highlighter fan brush. So if you want to really go heavy-handed with the highlight, this can deliver. The blush, I applied it regularly on a brush. I didn't want to go too heavy-handed again. All three of these shades are glittery, so definitely didn't want to go too crazy with the blush. But it looks nice on the cheeks. Very subtle. It's nice. Alright, you guys, that's it. Thank you for tuning in and watching my video. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content coming up. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Mwah. Bye, guys.